Yeah, guys, I'm out here at my phone now, and they are definitely packing up, putting stuff in their truck. Finished for the day. Thanks to the 3 that gave me a thumbs up. I really do appreciate that. Can you see their truck from here? It's hard to see through that landscaping. Hey, Christian. Maciel? So there's a black truck. Let me just pan over here a little bit. Let's see if we can see it. It's hard to see, guys. I don't want to stand up and make myself too obvious. I'm kind of peeping over here, right? Tu casa es aquí. That's no. Mi casa no allá. Mi español es muy mal. They've got their truck over there. They're loading their tools in it. One of them's having a smoke. The backup lights are on, the reverse lights. So, oh, now they're off. Maybe that's just there. So thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. 31 people here, 3 thumbs up. I appreciate it. It's only been a 20-minute live so far. They are done painting for the day. They did the install. They got those windows on the 2nd story wrapped. You can see, I'm sorry it's so choppy. Right there, those upstairs windows were not wrapped. They were in there. They were either nailed in or screwed in. I don't know which, but they didn't have the molding around the outside. So that's been done since my phone's been inside charging. I did hear the saw going, and I would imagine that the helper was around the corner putting some more on. I'm not positive, but I think so. So tomorrow morning they'll be painting it, finishing the painting, and that's good. I still feel like there's a little more distance between that far right window and the window on the left. And I'm starting to notice as I sit here, they didn't prime that siding. It's probably primed already. That yellow is probably primed, but I can see the yellow coming through the paint. It's a gray paint, and I do see it coming through. And I see where the caulking is. They're going to have to do a lot of work. It would have been nice if they could have gotten one coat on today, let it dry overnight, and then they'd really be able to see where they need to redo it, because they need to do a lot. Like, I'm seeing all kinds of places where it needs to be done. And the worst part about that is, I mean, when you're over here on my side of the street, it's easy to, I'll say, throw stones, right? Be critical. When you're up close, you just don't see it. They're not necessarily going to see it, even standing in that yard. And when they're painting in the morning, they'll be in the shade. They won't be able to see certain things in the morning either. It'll pop out in the afternoon. So unfortunately, they may have to come back a few times. I hope not. But this homeowner is very involved in making sure their house is done correctly. There's been a lady out in the yard. I think their landscaper is a woman. Okay, their truck is pulling away. They're gone. So they're gone for the day, guys. It's time to go get dinner or sit in a hot tub. If you're that guy that spent most of his day going up and down the ladder, you deserve a hot tub. You deserve a massage and a hot tub and someone to fan you and feed you grapes. That's just my opinion. But I really feel like he earned every single penny he got paid today. I'm going to zoom out. The house is more than 100 years old, and nothing was in the front yard when they bought it. That fence wasn't there. None of the landscaping was there. It was just grass. And the woman who lives there, I don't know if she has a husband. There was a man there this morning that looked like he was about her age. So there may be a man that lives there as well, but I've never seen him out doing landscaping. Not that I spend a whole lot of time in my front yard, I really don't. But when the ladies were over there working and planting all those trees and shrubs and all that, I did pay attention because I grew up in my dad's nursery and I would go out on jobs with him. He was a landscaper and I would go on jobs. He taught me how to dig trenches and install irrigation. Once drip irrigation became a thing, he taught me how to do that, but that was into my early adulthood. But he taught me how to dig holes for plants. Back then, the belief was you went twice as deep as the pot you were taking the plant out of, and you didn't go around, you didn't make as big a round hole as they do now. Now they're more shallow and they dig a bigger radius with the understanding that the roots go more laterally, that they don't tend to go down, and if they are going to go down, the roots are fully capable of doing that without too much help from humans. All right, guys, that's it for today. We have watched the paint dry for as long as we can, and I'm going to sign off and wish you all a great evening, and I'll see you tomorrow morning when we watch the rest of that paint get put on. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate you guys. Subscribe if you like drag races, farm and ranch, gardening, weirdness. I'd love to have you come back. Bye.